Living longer is one thing, but living healthier for longer is another. That distinction is driving interest in longevity medicine, which treats aging as a preventable risk rather than an unavoidable process. Kumbaga parang it's treated as like a disease actually, right?
Somewhat, yes.
House of Gaia in Batangas brought this concept to the Philippines, blending AI-based diagnostics with regenerative and preventive care. The center describes itself as a hospital disguised as a resort, designed to help people optimize health as they age. And now to explain how this works, we're joined live by Mike Chan, founder and CEO of House of Gaia and Gaia Longevity. Welcome, Mike, to the big story. We've been debating you even behind the camera.
I know. I know, and it's very interesting, the discussion that we've had so far.
What made you pursue longevity medicine?
The birth of my daughter.
Okay.
So I was 47 when I got married. I was 48 when I became a father for the first time. And in her third trimester, my wife casually mentions, you should do a checkup just because of the impending fatherhood. And that was when I found out that at 47, I was already diabetic, and my cholesterol was 3 times higher than what was considered the safe upper limit. And I was 15% body fat. I was working out 6 days a week, 2 hours a day.
Candidate ka for a stroke.
Exactly, and a heart attack. That's exactly what the doctor said. He says, I have to put you on maintenance meds for the rest of your life.
Statin.
Yes, because at cholesterol levels that high, 245, that's a genetic thing. No
But
amount
you
of
didn't
diet.
want to do that.
I didn't want to do that. Just because. I didn't even expect that diagnosis in the first place.
Right.
So the doctor said, I said, Doc, how can that be, right? I'm in the gym, I'm 15% body fat. I'm the poster boy for health and fitness in our batch. He goes, oh, that's just age. That is just age. It's something that you will have to accept. So 3 months later, my daughter was born. And you know, if you're a parent, you'd understand, right? The minute I held her in my arms, I knew I had to live another 50 years. I could not be a burden to my young family. So that's when I told my wife I was going to make health my #1 priority, just because. So that's what started me on the path. I did nutrition science in Stanford, and that's when I met some of the people
But
that...
before that, what were you doing?
My wife and I actually have an aesthetics business. So it's skincare.
Okay.
Yes.
Also related.
Not at all. Not at all.
So
the
professional
skincare...
naman.
If you want
Right.
to live 100, Mike, please
Right, you
naman make us
better.
beautiful.
So here's an interesting factoid. 80% of people that get into longevity medicine are women. Do you know why?
We're
They
vain.
don't want to look. They don't want to lose their looks. So they're looking at ways to slow down biological pace of aging to preserve their looks, which is understandable. So and it does happen. We see it all the time. You fix the inside, the outside actually naturally follows.
Okay. So why Lipa? I realize that Lipa now has become a magnet, like a mecca for all these centers. But yours is different. It's the only one that offers longevity.
Medicine.
Walang iba.
Yes.
So ano bang muna? What do you do? Let's say someone goes to your center. What's the
So
protocol?
the very first thing that we're going to do is do a baseline diagnostics. We're going to measure your biological pace of aging. So if you were...
What are the
Oh,
metrics?
Very, very simple. So just to be clear, we don't have the technology right now to actually measure how fast or how slow you're aging, simply because science cannot still fully explain why and how it is that we age. We know what happens, right? We know the universal things, that we don't know how it happens. So
Your knees suddenly are not as strong
Right.
anymore.
So yes, so what we measure are proxy markers, like your grip strength, your gait speed, your VO2 max, your vascular age, how young are your veins, right? So we measure all of these things.
Wrinkles in the face.
Well, more on, we look out for the 4 horsemen of death. The 4 horsemen are basically heart disease, stroke, cancer, dementia, and frailty. So falling is the 4th or 5th leading cause of death. So those 4 things are basically 85% of the things that are going to kill a modern day human. So you're not going to drown, you're not going to hit by a bus. Most likely
So there's
it's one
a
of those
score
four.
that will be given to you.
Exactly. So we track your risk for these things. So I'll give you an example. Do you have any idea what your CAC score is?
What's that?
I don't
See.
even know what CAC is.
So here's the thing. For the people that are watching, heart disease is the leading cause of death. Period. It kills more people than all cancers combined. And it's
CAC is
CAC is coronary artery calcification score. It's a very simple and inexpensive test that you can
supposed to
do.
take that test.
Right. So it's a very simple test that you can do to measure how much calcified
Calcium,
plaque
correct.
is in your arteries, right? And most
Oh,
people,
hindi lang kayong nagpapaganyan na test.
we are a medical practice, meaning we actually partner with hospitals to do these tests. Although because we are AI based, so here's something that's interesting that hospitals still do not use now. Traditionally, that test involves radiation. So you're in a CT machine.
Yeah.
For the CAC.
For the CAC, yes. So computed tomography, yes. So there is radiation. It's not that bad, but the gold standard would be something called the CTA, a CT angiography, right?
Yeah.
That's invasive. They'll put dye.
Dye, the colored dye.
Yes, it does involve radiation. It's time-consuming and it's expensive. But that's the gold standard.
But I understand
In
for
our-
women din kasi, when you hit menopause, it's the your hormones, the female hormones that protect you from,
Yes,
from
estrogen
that.
in particular.
Yes,
Yes.
And that
So
decline
yes, so
in
before
production.
menopause, you actually age biologically slower than men. After menopause, you actually overtake us.
May
You
andropause
actually
rin naman kayo ah.
Yes, but that phenomenon typically starts at around 65 for men.
Later.
Starts late.
But the thing you have to understand is we can actually stave that off. So the problem here is that women are born with a fixed number of eggs, follicles. Once they run out, you lose your testosterone. Since estrogen comes from testosterone,
Yeah.
you begin to lose your estrogen as well. With men, we don't necessarily lose testosterone as long as we're active, as long as inflammation markers are low. These are the things that we track for. So it's fortunately for us. But then again, even though you're aging faster, after menopause, you still outlive us by about 2-3 years. But going back to the thing, what we do is an ultrasound. It's non-invasive, it's dirt cheap. I can do it every day if I wanted to. And using AI, I can look at the plaque in your neck arteries, they're called the carotids. And using AI, I can infer how much plaque there is in your heart arteries, the coronaries. So that's a very,
That's done in your
That's done in our facility.
in your facility that's
Yes.
disguised as a resort.
Yes.
The pictures are beautiful,
beautiful.
actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We
See some of them.
Thank you so much. And so that's among some of the things we test for. It is that. And hospitals don't really test for physical function. Again, one of the best proxy markers for how fast or slow you're aging is how well you can still move. If I were to ask you to run 100 meters flat out, can you still do it?
I think so, but not
Right.
in these shoes.
So if you can, that's very good news. Right? Everybody's talking about aging biomarkers, but at the end of the day, I don't really care what your blood markers say. Can you still move like a young person? Because ultimately, that's what
Movement
going to...
kasi is
Yes.
really what will...
Exactly.
Lack of movement
Exactly.
will really prolong...
Exactly. So the key, if you want to live, if you want to reliably live 10, 15, 20 years longer than average human lifespan, there are two strategies. Number one, you have to be able to build a body that's actually robust enough to last you 9 to 10 decades, right? Because otherwise, there's really no point. If you're going to spend the last 5 years in a bed or in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
And the second strategy is to guard against these 4 horsemen of death,
Right.
right? So again,
Okay, I can see what you're saying. Parang you're arming yourself now with all this data.
exactly.
Dati wala
Exactly.
yan, we're just
Yes.
guessing.
Exactly. So now, prior to the year 2000, we really did not have the tools to try and measure biological aging. So think of it like cardiology. Everybody's familiar with cardiology, right? Diseases of the
The
heart.
heart.
cardiology was only an official field of medicine starting 1901. So around 1901 to 1910, cardiology was formed. Why? Because in the 1800s, we did not have the tools to measure the heart, right? We did not have the technology. All we had was a stethoscope. So it was largely thought 100 years ago that the heart was untreatable. Fast forward 100 years later, we knew, medical professionals knew that aging was the biggest risk factor for developing diseases and dying. The older you got, the more likely it is you're going to get disease and die. But we didn't think we could do anything about it, right? So I could observe it, but there was nothing I could do about it.
Mike?
Now, the
So balak
technology...
mong maging 110? Anong balak mo?
He wants to live another 50 years old.
I want to live another 50 years,
97.
so 105. I'm 55.
You're 55.
I'm 55.
Wow.
Let's talk about...
That's really the target, huh? It's a very specific...
It's a very, no, it's a bar that we set for our members, and it's a bar that we set very, very high. So you can't really guarantee anybody will live 100 years old, right? As a matter of fact, less than 1% of us actually do. But we know it's possible because about 1% of us do, okay? What about 90 to 100? About 89% of us will not make it past our 8th decade. But a small subset, about 10.5%, will make it to 90 to 100. If you reverse engineer how they do it, you can see 5 things. So get your checklist. Number 1, these people that live 90 to 100, they don't smoke, they don't drink, they are a healthy body weight for most of their lives. So BMI of 25 or below if you're Caucasian, 23 or below if you're Asian, right? Here's
Parang
what...
ang lungkot ng buhay na yan. Kasi ano pa? Ano pa?
So far, so 3.
Okay.
Here's where it gets interesting. People who reach 90 to 100 are above average in physical abilities. They walk a bit faster, they have better balance, they're a bit stronger, they have better cardiorespiratory fitness. Whether you exercise or not,
So is that genetic?
no, you can build it through exercise, right? So
But kanina you were talking about a gene that you can inject.
no, that's different, right? So I'm saying without technology right now, with the basics of the basics, right? The last, this is the most important, right? You have to be disease-free until 70, right? So the average person will begin to develop hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol by the time they're in their 40s to 50s.
That's my age group right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So people that live 90 to 100, they don't develop these diseases until 70. So here's the thing. If you tick all of those 5 boxes, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you maintain a healthy body weight, you're physically strong, and you're disease-free until 70, if you're male, you're 40% more likely to reach 90 to 100. If you're female, you're 50% more likely to reach 90 to 100. So those are not insignificant odds. So what I'm saying is you can actually program.
Okay.
Right.
But it may cost a lot of money.
No, all of the things that I told you, here is the really sad thing. For 95% of us, if you're not born with a genetic disorder that will make a long life possible, every one of us is capable of doing these 5 things, right?
Okay, granted.
But 88% do not because they are not aware that this is what it takes to be robust.
I want to go back to your 4 pillars of the apocalypse.
The 4 horsemen of
horsemen
death.
of- the horsemen
Of
of
death.
death.
Right.
So one of them is cancer, and
Yes.
a lot of, and this is actually
Yes.
a disease that's affecting younger and younger people nowadays. So I guess the most basic question is, can you stop it?
No. So straight answer is we don't have the technology to stop cancer, although they are working on vaccines and other technologies that can. But that's not going to
In
be available
longevity
in
medicine.
longevity medicine. So there are technologies that are working on this, but the short answer is cancer, the next best thing we can do is find it early. This is why for our members, it's constant screening. Because if I find
How
cancer,
often is constant?
once, depending on your age, once a year, right?
So what do you test for?
Blood markers, and we use there is a new technology that we're bringing in. It's called a liquid biopsy. So a liquid biopsy can detect
I've heard of that.
cancer DNA in your blood, right? Because when cancer cells divide, they shed DNA. This is what we look for. So that technology has been available for a long time. The problem is the older generations have a lot of false positives. So when you get older, you tend to have mutations that are benign but are read as cancer. So you don't want to give that to an older person because you might scare the person. So it's not really used. But there is new technology off of Korea and Singapore that has zero tolerance for false positives. So it's very exciting.
So
much is
if
that?
you're a member, you can have all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole
We're running out of time, Mike. But
Right.
yeah, quickly, if any of our viewers are interested to visit House of Gaia, how can they reach out? And I know Seth keeps asking this. We're talking. I wanted to ask about pricing, membership packages. What are we talking about?
So we basically have two packages. Number one is a do-it-for-you approach. So the do-it-for-you is $350,000 a year. Do-it-for-you means we don't tell you what to eat, we send you the meals. We don't tell you to exercise, we send the trainers to you. You have your own doctor, your own nutritionist, your own nurse, your own physio, your own mindfulness coach, right? So everything is done for you. The second is a do-it-with-you. So using a digital twin technology. So I showed you this earlier, a digital twin that's eating what you're eating, sleeping when you're sleeping, your same blood work, your same biology, exactly the same, right? That AI can track for you 24/7, right? And AI can actually guide you on where you need to be in order to last 90 to 100. So that's only 88,000
Oh, annually.
annually, yes. Well, only for the first year.
Sarili
Only for the first
sikap.
For the succeeding
Wala kang
years,
nurse,
it's-
wala kang trainer, wala kang
So may
meal.
spoiled approach and
There's the-
merong sariling sikap approach.
Because there are people, like for somebody as young as you guys, you can do it for yourself,
Yeah.
right? But there are people who are older, they would need more assistance. But again, the 88,000 for the first year is only for the first year. After that, you don't really need us anymore.
Right.
It's just 2,000 pesos to maintain your digital twin. Your digital twin for the rest of your life. All of your medical records, all of your imaging records, everything is existing in that digital twin. The more you use it, the more valuable it becomes because it learns about you. Right? My twin, right now I know I need to eat another 720 calories because I missed dinner, right? So when I get home, it's going to
Sorry
tell me.
naman.
No, sorry.
I feel bad now.
No. It's actually
Minus 1 year.
it's actually going to tell me. It's actually going to tell me
How?
that. So these are the foods that you'd like to eat. You need 720 more calories. These are the meals that you can choose from.
Okay. Are we the first in the Southeast Asia to have something like this? No. They are in Singapore? Or?
I believe we're actually
Thailand.
the first in the world.
No.
I made a presentation in Dubai a few months ago. I was showing the technology, and everybody was amazed
How
that
can
we
that
were
be?
able to. I keep asking myself, how can it be that nobody's built it?
So who are the... sorry naman. Paalam na nga kami. Okay.
I have an idea. Let's just plan a visit to House
Yeah.
of
I was
Gaia.
gonna say, so
I
when are we
would love-
going?
We do an overnight stay. We'll do your blood work. We send it to the UK to measure your biological age. We do the carotid. We send it to the US to check your.
Maski that calcium...
Yeah. No. So if
O,
that
ibang test yan.
if that test comes out and you're high risk, we immediately send you to the hospital to do a
do the
calcium test.
calcium.
I
Right.
see.
So this is a pre-screen.
Yep.
It will basically tell us if you need more screening or not.
And mura lang yun.
Come on, we can be each other's
It is.
support system.
It is.
Yeah.
Or you're going to enjoy it. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. Even the
All
physical
right.
function test, you're going to enjoy it. I promise
We
you.
have gone beyond
Oh,
the
sorry.
show's time.
Apologies.
So interesting kasi. We thank you for joining
Thank
us
you.
in the
It's
studio.
my pleasure.
That was Mike Chan, founder and CEO of House of Gaia and Gaia Longevity.